Hey everybody, Frank from Velocity Money. I am like out of my mind excited to bring this to you. This was really the first product that got really famous in New Jersey and then I trademarked, and it's called 321andDONE. But before that, let's discuss, we're alive. We've had a little break from some of the recent activity because of multiple hurricanes that hit Florida. But we've survived. Our property is in good shape, thank God. And we are ready to rock and roll with all this awesome stuff. Now, let me also preface this by saying there is many people out there on all the social media channels, all the seminar circuits that discuss how to buy properties with no money down, with deed in lieu, with current homeowners holding the note, transferring their mortgages. My trademark products are ways to use regulatory bodies, Fannie, Freddie, FHA, to buy properties, in my opinion, the right way. Why is it the right way? Because you're putting a down payment, you're going on the deed, and everything's legal, and you're not keeping baggage from previous homeowners or whatever. Now, with that being said, the premise of 321andDONE is how do you buy multiple properties with low down payments, right? So let's just start talking about it. 321andDONE is how do you buy a 3-family, a 2-family, then a 1-family, all owner occupied. You have to live in the property for a year. Now, I always make a joke at the seminars. Why did I not do 321andDONE? Why? Because 321andDONE rhymes. So in an ideal world, if you're in an area like New York or Chicago or New Jersey where there are multifamilies, we start with a 4, and then we buy a 3, and then we buy a 2, and then we buy a 1. But in this example, I'm showing you guys 321andDONE, and it's how to own $1 million in real estate for less than 40 grand. Let me say that again. It's $1 million in real estate for less than 40 grand. Now, our whole lives, grandma and our parents have taught us to put 20% down. Well, what if I could show you a way to put 11.5% down total on 3 properties? Let's go to the videotape. So here it is. Year 1, we purchased either a 3 or a 4 family FHA with 3.5% down. We are able to roll in closing costs. That's called a seller concession for closing costs. And in the first year, we're out of pocket $14,000. We live there a year. We rent the other 2 units. We collect rents. I always tell people, if the other 2 units subsidize about 75 to 80% of the mortgage payment on a 3-family, and you live in the other unit for 20%, that's amazing. You might have a $4,500 or $5,000 mortgage where you're getting $4 grand or $4,200 or $4,500, and you're only paying $500 to $700 a month to live there. We live there a year. In year 2, we move out and we buy a 2-family. Now in this case, $300,000 2-family, 5% down, $15,000 out of pocket. We live there a year. And I always say that a 2-family, if we can get 50 or 60% of the rent to subsidize the mortgage, we're living in a 2-family for cheaper because the other person's helping us pay. In year 3, we then buy our single family. Maybe this is the home we stay in for a while, but you could then do 3% down. So all of this is $1.05 million in real estate for $39.5. Crazy, right? The next one, little different scenario. 3 or 4 family, $400,000, 3.5% down. Then maybe we find the single family we want to buy, and we go into a single family, $350,000, 3% down. We turn that one into a rental because there's plenty of single family rentals, plenty of families that need to rent. And then we buy a little bit of a nicer home for $400,000 with 5% down. All of this is $1.05 million in real estate for $44,500, right? So we don't even, normally we would have put 20% down on the first purchase, say the first purchase was $400,000, that's 80 grand. We've just showed you a way to buy 3 pieces of real estate for just about half of that. Now, here's another one. How to buy 3 properties with 16.5% down. We start with the 3 or 4 family. We put 3.5% down, that's $14,000 out of pocket. Then we buy a single family for $350, $10,500 out of pocket. Then maybe we buy a vacation home. Maybe it's on a mountain, maybe it's at the beach. Vacation home has to be 10% down, but that's 30 grand out of a $300,000 purchase. So now we're out $1,050,000 for $54,500. So these are a couple of different scenarios that people don't think is possible, that we help people navigate through. And in our coaching program, we teach, we analyze, and then we help implement. Once we implement, we use these strategies to get people multiple pieces of real estate. And if you're just interested in buying your first property, I love doing that. And I have a first-time homebuyer series that we sell for $199. That's amazing. That teaches people how to buy their first home, but we plant the seed to buy home number 2, home number 3, potentially home number 4. Okay, I want to tell you one thing about FHA. There's a self-sustainability rule. When you buy a 3 and 4 unit, FHA assumes that at some point you make that an investment property. What they do is they take all 3 rents, assuming that you're going to leave, at 75% of the rents, has to carry the entire mortgage payment, taxes, mortgage insurance, and everything. Why is this important? Number one, you could make $1 million a year and you can't get an FHA loan on a 3 and 4 unit unless it passes self-sustainability. That's number one. But the most important thing is, if it passes self-sustainability, they give you a 25% haircut. So if it passes self-sustainability, you know when you turn it into becoming an investment property that it's a great investment property because it's got 25% margin, right? So if it carries the mortgage at 75%, that means when you're getting full rent, you have a 25% margin. Huge numbers. So FHA is actually doing you a favor in making sure that those numbers are in line when getting an FHA loan. Okay, we're gonna do a couple real life examples. Here's a property from a few years ago in Jersey City, New Jersey. Now this property's definitely worth more money now, but at the time it was a $449,000 purchase. My buyer put 3.5% down, or $15,715. We rolled in closing cost. The rates were lower then, so the mortgage payment is $3,276. While living there, they got $2,900 in rent, all real numbers. The owner only paid $376 to live there. After year 1, when they moved out, they were getting $4,250 in rent, or $974 in profit, equaling $11,692 per year in profit. And yield, which I teach in my coaching course, is 74.4% return on their money. Okay, and if you include amortization, which is a natural paying down of the loan, it's 123% yield. Totally insane. This property is a gold mine. This property alone, we could show them how to pay it off in 10 to 15 years, and they're gonna have a huge cash flow property. Here's another example. This property was $460, and it was a 2-family, not a 3-family. 3.5% down, or $16,100. Total mortgage payment, $3,166. They were getting $1,800 in rent on the other unit, living there for $1,366. And after year 1, when they moved out, they were getting $3,600 in rent for a monthly profit of $434, and that equals $5,208 per year in profit, a 32% yield on their money, and if you include amortization, it's an 83.9% yield. So here's the premise, once again, of 321 and done. You buy a 4-family or a 3-family, owner occupied, you live in it a year. Then you buy a 2-family, live in that a year. Then you buy a 1-family, and there's many combinations that we can help you with. But my job is to educate you guys, to show you psychologically it can be done, it is being done, it will be done, and we're teaching people how to do it. So we're the right organization to help you guys learn the mindset of buying real estate the right way. Use the bank's money to buy the property, use the tenant's money to pay off the property, and let's get you to be a real estate millionaire in 15 years or less. God bless everybody. Talk soon.